Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei. Today we're going to be reviewing some MCC 36 predictions. Now, at the time of this recording, we don't know when MCC 36 is taking place. We can only assume that it would probably be in March, sometime around there. I don't really know. Maybe it's later, maybe it's earlier. But as of, what day is it today? February 29th, rare day. We have no announcement from MCC yet, and I don't think there's any hints that are, pointing towards there being an announcement soon, but I guess there's also nothing hinting towards it not being soon. Anyways, back to the topic of the video, MCC 36 team predictions. As you can see in the tab bar up top, I have opened, like 12, maybe 13, maybe 14 team predictions in order of most recent to latest. I didn't do all of them because I think I might have looked at some of them before, or I don't want to, make the video like an hour long. But we're going to be reviewing them, and I'll be giving my comments on it, so you guys get insight on what I think maybe should happen for MCC 36, what I think is likely, what is unlikely, etc., as a, event host perspective, etc. Anyways, starting off with the first set of teams, is this initial post, and off to a good start, okay? Off to a good start. My hopes, and I'll say this now, for MCC 36 is that we see some fresh faces, ideally some people that you don't see in other Minecraft events. So as much as, I know that one of the popular fan requests is like Joe Bart. I think Joe Bart edition would be good for MCC regardless, but I think someone like Chilled Chaos makes for a great addition, especially knowing that they have expressed interest. I think Jojo, Kara, and Jordan is a good combination. I think this first team gives off the impression that it is going to be a lower skilled event, but I guess we will see. Starting off, or continuing on, with a team that makes a lot of sense. Yep, Owen, Scott, Becky, and Eloise. I expect this to happen unless the balancing is a little bit higher, then maybe not. But I feel like this is probably going to be the orange team for MCC 36. Most likely. I mean, could maybe not be the case, but probably. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Also, it says 7 new canon players, 2 returnees. So I assume the 2 returnees would be people that haven't played in a while. But Mid-Mystic and Force of It being thrown into the mix, I don't think this particular team makes sense for that unless I missed something. But it is an interesting thought experiment for sure. This would be a pretty solid team. I don't expect there to be a lifesteal edition. If anyone, it's not even probably. If anyone gets added, it would be Radoons, and I don't expect Radoons to be added for the first event. As much as I love Red, I just don't see it for the first event. Maybe this year though, hopefully. But I don't think this would happen. But maybe. Next up, Lime Llamas, Impulse super low res, but a Puns full Hermit team. Maybe. I mean, it could happen. You never know. This is obviously pretty standard in terms of MCC, but then again, we shouldn't expect every team to be like something entirely never before seen type of team. So yeah, pretty solid, just decent. Okay, and then you see a Prince Am edition with Martin, Sneeg, and Michael. Very interesting, like team build here. There's not really a lead player, but there's also not. I mean, there's not really like. It doesn't look like it would be bad, but it doesn't look like it would be good either, but I guess it depends. I don't know how well Zam would do on a first event. Also, I am just going to assume that this person is a Lifesteal SMP viewer or fan, because, the Lifesteal bias is showing. But I do agree that a Lifesteal rep is very much beneficial for MCC at some point in the future. Next up, Small Ant Newcomer makes sense in terms of fan requests at least. I think this is a decent way to do it. I feel like I don't really know how you would do a first event Small Ant appearance. Obviously, there is a good amount of people that he could be put with, but I think this is a decent adaptation of it. Moving on, you have the Aqua team. Okay, H-Bomb, Hannah, Zeus, and Vixella. This feels a little overpowered. Overpowered. H and Hannah is a very solid duo. Zeus as the third frag is kind of ridiculous, comparing it especially to like this green team. I feel like this Aqua team is just better. Kind of, there's not really a debate for it. Moving on though, Blue Bats, I see Mini Muka as a returning player. I don't know if they count SB as a returnee as well, but this team would make a lot of sense as a very British lads team or whatever, right? Yeah, this would just make sense. Purple Panda or Vicstar could be a returnee, I guess, as well. Pete Vicstar duo with Gumi makes sense as a trio, I guess. It's at least revolves around Pete. I think False makes for a decent like fourth on this team. Yeah, this could work. And then Pink Parrots, interesting combination. I mean, I guess this is also very good, isn't it? I feel like for Curry's first event, I mean, Curry wouldn't care, right? Curry would just be happy to play. I don't think this would be the first event. Like, I don't think this would be the way you should handle a first Curry Way team, but I could be wrong. Anyways, all across the board, not bad. This is actually pretty solid, pretty decent. You know, a good amount of newcomers to keep things fresh. Some interesting combinations that you don't see a lot. And yeah, I mean, balancing aside, this is pretty solid and could be interesting. I think the Dodgebolt would be like, I guess there's some competition, but there's like certain teams that just are better. Like this one is also really good. Anyways, moving on. I don't want to spend too much time on every single post. Next up, my MCC 36 predictions. 7 newcomers. Interesting. Okay, first off, interesting start. I feel like the first team that they announced for MCC 36 has to be like not the craziest one, but like at least the second craziest one. Obviously, that is, you know, normal standard practice in terms of MCC announcements in every Minecraft event. You want your first team and your last team to be like the coolest ones or whatever. However, I think this is a solid team. This is a fun team. I don't think it's not a red team first team announcement of MCC 36 level team, okay? That's my view on it, but I think it's a good team. Next up, orange team. I like this. I think this is a fun idea. I'm a big fan. I think this would be very cool and also pretty balanced. I think it should be pretty fair. So I like this. I vouch for something like this. This would be cool. Next up, oh, okay. An interesting combination. I don't know if this, I guess this could work. But, yeah, Harvey Sapnap duo is interesting for sure. Next up, Lime Llamas, he got, okay, also a pretty interesting team. I feel like this compared to this is not fair, but maybe I'm missing something. But it's an interesting combo for sure. I mean, Ollie Eloise duo makes sense, of course. Hannah and Kara just teamed in Block Wars, and I'm pretty sure it went pretty well. So this could be an interesting combo. I think this could work out. Green Geckos, Awesome Dude, Ant Venom, Sparkles, Aerith. I mean, sure. This feels a little weak. At least they don't have like a lead player, so I don't think this would be fair compared to like some of the other things. I mean, this one also doesn't. I think this team's lead player would be Callum, I guess. Here would be Owen. Here, this team just kind of is better than the rest right now. So, I don't know. Next up, so where are the newcomers at? We've got, what, Eloise, and I guess they maybe put, like, most of the newcomers in the back half? I don't know. Becky, Michael, Jojo, and Shelby. I think this could be fun. This is a fun combo. I like this. This feels like a Fire Breath Band team, if that makes sense. Maybe it's just because Shane's been, like, on a team with pretty much everyone besides Jojo. Before. I guess it also feels like a JoJo team. Maybe JoJo and Shane just kind of have the same team vibes. But this is interesting. This isn't just could work. This would work pretty well. Next up, okay. Okay. Slight copium perhaps. Just a tad, just a little bit. Okay, maybe a little bit of copium here. However, I think an H-Bomb and Joel duo would be cool with some Hermits. I think that would be a good way to start MCC 36. I think not start, but like I think it'd be a good combo for MCC 36. Mumbo, as much as Mumbo would be like insanely hype, I just put your expectations at an all-time low. I just do not expect Mumbo to make an appearance. If anything, if they want to like captivate the hype, just put Etho in regardless of streaming. I don't know. I mean, that probably would like create some complications, but it is an easy way to, you know, at least bring like the most hype out of one community. Even if you could pull off a Green Etho duo with H and Joel would be absolutely insane. But that might be too much to ask. Actually, that probably just is too much to ask for. But fun team either way. Okay. Right. This would be a very fun team. Don't get me wrong. Very fun team. I would very much enjoy this, obviously, because these are my friends. But let's keep it real. This is not happening. At least not actually, there's not really an argument around it. This is just not happening. Because this would be 3 newcomers with Shane. As much as Shane could handle having 3 newcomers, I don't expect MCC to ever, or Scott rather, I don't expect Scott to ever do 3 newcomers on the same team unless it is a very specific, like, friend group or, like, known trio or known team, where it would make sense for them to just all 3 be together, and there's not really, like, another option. Then sure, not like this. I don't think this would be the way to do it. I do think that in the instance of either me or Ghosty getting in, putting us with Shane would make sense. I don't think it would make any sense for, like, either of these 3 people to even be added in the same event, me, Ghosty, or Maddie. But maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Either way, fun team, but it's not happening. Purple team, yep. I mean, this would be solid. Is there something I missed? Do people really want to see puns with hermits? Because I feel like we've seen, I mean, puns and impulse is the only hermit there, but still, do people want to see puns with hermits? Because I mean, I'm not against it. I think it could work, but I don't know. And then finally, there's more newcomers. This is an interesting combination. I feel like Grace is slightly out of place on this team. I don't know if I think Grace knows Wally. I don't think Grace knows Smant. Maybe she might know Gumi, but I don't think so. But maybe. So slightly out of place. I feel like there's probably a better spot for Grace to be put. But interesting. Yeah, I mean, this would be okay. I think the way you've distributed newcomers is a little bit clumped. I think they could have been spread out a bit more. I think these people that you picked also make sense to be spread out a bit more. But interesting regardless. Next up. God, this is gonna be a long video. It's been 2 posts in 12 minutes. I'm so sorry. Anyways, this might be a little bit quicker. MCC 36 predictions. Okay, let's see. Look, I'm just gonna keep it simple and keep it a buck. If I don't see a newcomer, I might just skip it. Okay, as far as I can tell, there's no newcomers. I will keep it real. There is almost no chance that there's going to be no newcomers for the first event back, because if MCC wants to make a grand return, they need to hit it right. They need to hit it right, and they need to show up. So if they don't show up with a newcomer, because that's one of the most, any newcomer is one of the most highly requested things, especially if they could get a hype newcomer in, like a Curryway, like a Radoons, whatever, right, etc. That genre, or even if it's a weaker play, like a Small Lanes, right, or a whatever, that would be fantastic. But if there's no newcomers, that would be not a great start, is my opinion on it, at least. So we can skip this. I'm sure that there's fun team making, but no newcomers means I will not be paying attention. Okay. MCC 36 team predictions. I think a 5-up purple duo would be cool. This feels a bit strong though, so I don't know. Next up, this could be an interesting combination. I think Ant Toby is a fun duo. I think Owen and Toby would be a fun duo. I think Sniff with Owen is a good combo. So this could work pretty well. Next up, sure, this would be a solid team. It feels like it's more of an all-rounder team, but I don't know. Next up, I'll be completely real. You could have convinced me that this is a team that already happened, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad team. I actually think it's a good team, but it looks like something that might have already happened before. Again, I mean, hey, this is actually, I actually just like this. I think this is a good combination. This would be a pretty unique way to incorporate, like, Dave into a team, and I think Ghosty makes for a fun team. I think this is a good team. I like this. Next up, Shatter. Okay, I don't expect Shatter to make an appearance in MCC soon, unless it's like Rising, but I'd love to be surprised. Look, Shatter is my friend. I like Shatter. I just don't expect him to be like on the list for MCC as of right now. But this could be interesting. I mean, Shatter Hannah duo would make a lot of sense. I think Elena and Puffy make for good third and fourth players on this team, so yeah, sure. Then Aquaxolotls, H, Shelby, Sylvie, Puns. I think this could be a fun combo. I think an H and Puns duo is fun. They teamed in MCL recently, and they've teamed in like Tubnet Showdowns as well. I think the rest of the team also makes sense. I think it's good vibes, so sure. Blowbats, yeah, this makes sense. This makes sense. It might... I actually don't know how good this team is. I mean, I guess it would rely a lot on Curry's first event performance, but I think a Curry-Kara duo makes a lot of sense, obviously. And I think Scott and Ollie make for good players on this team as well. I think this could definitely be a good first Curryway event team. Next up, Purple Pandas. This is a fun team. I like this. A Fruit Harvey duo is very fun. A Jack Manifold and Velvet make for very good third and fourth players on this team. Very nice. And then finally, I'm on the team again. I like this team a lot. I think this is a very fun team. I feel like maybe for my first event, as much as, because this is a bit more experimental, I do like this team though. I feel like it wouldn't be the approach that Scott would go with. I feel like Scott would, if I had to guess, there's a much higher chance that if I get any S tier, it probably would be Shane. Now, I don't know what he would do with the rest of the team, because that is I mean, in his eyes at least, that would be a good duo. And I'm not going to say that it wouldn't be a good duo, but it would not be like Purple Wally level duo. Like, it would be a little bit lower, because I've proven that I'm not that good. But I like this. Good team. Very fun team, so I would vouch for this. I think overall pretty solid across the board too. I think these like teams have been... This person went like mostly at least over 50% like good teams, and there was like some solid ones. So yeah, I'm a fan. Next up, let's see, any newcomers? Doesn't look like it. Well, that's as simple as that. I do like that pink team though. That pink team is very solid. That does. The thing is, I don't know if Lizzie would stream. If Lizzie streams, she would probably you know get to play, but I don't expect her to stream, but maybe. But yeah, pretty decent for the rest. Some repeat duos, I think, or some things that look similar. So I don't know, maybe. MCC 3016 predictions. Oh, they're divided in two halves. Any newcomers? Let's see, any newcomers? It doesn't look like it. So easy way to just move on. Also, this has Amy, Rambo, and Phil in it. I don't expect them to play, but maybe. Well, they have at least after party expressed that they don't intend on playing anymore. At least not the canon events, but maybe other events. You never know. Moving on. MCC 3016 predictions. Should I just kind of skip through them? Because I feel like... Oh, I saw Eloise already, so that's already a newcomer. Okay, let's continue. This looks like it's a team that has already happened before, but a Sapnap Hannah duo is very good, and sure, I mean, they enjoy it, so it could run it back. This would be good vibes. Orange team, this has no bad player on it, but I feel like Owens had like 2 teams before that have like no bad player, so maybe that's just the Orange Juice special. But yeah, this could be fun. Next up, yeah, I mean, sure. A Pete Sneak duo, a Pete Sneak Kara trio is just good. Last time they had Harvey, now they have Eloise. I think Eloise makes for a fun teammate here too, so sure. Lime team, yeah, this might be a little weak, especially when you have like this red team and like this orange team. Like, I feel like this is a little on the weaker side, but it is good vibes. I do like the vibes here. Yeah, this makes sense. Shane and Joel duo is highly requested. I think Gem and Scar make for good teammates there. Very nice. Cyan team, sure. This is like a classic Shadoon team where it's not like people you would immediately think of putting with Shadoon, but these are all people he has already teamed with before. I'm pretty sure at least. But this could work. Yeah. Next up. Yeah, this is a solid team. This is just a solid MCC team, so sure. Okay. Interesting combination. I think this could work. This is also risky though. Like, you've got Callum 5-up SB trio, which is kind of crazy, and then Elena as the 4th is definitely not bad at all. So could be kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of scary. Purple team, Fruit Ryan, Pearl, and Michaela, sure. This could be a solid combination. I think Ryan potentially won't be in, because he is still on break, I think, for content creation, right? Unless he returns for MCC or before MCC, you never know. I just don't expect it. And then finally, took a little bit to load, Puns, Wally, Cub, and Sniff. I mean, this is a solid team. I wouldn't put this on pink, but it is a solid team. So what, Eloise is the only newcomer, so... yeah, I mean, it would be alright. Just decent teams across the board. Nothing really that's like, gives me like the wow factor or like would really like catch my eye, but sure. Next up, MCC 36 predictions. Any newcomers? No, but I do see some interesting placements here, like Foolish. I think Foolish would be fun to see back. I don't expect him to come back, but sure. Ponk, also someone we haven't really seen on many predictions unless I've skipped the ones that he was on. Captain Gato returning would be interesting. Same with Ollie Gamers. And Skeppy and Bad, sure. No Fire Breathman, though. Hey, it could happen, but kinda, you know, I think that would be a little bit of a womp womp moment, perhaps. Just potentially a little bit. Anyways, moving on. Who you got winning this? My final MCC 36 teams. I see Smallant as a newcomer. Is that it? That might be it. Okay. Let's see. Red team. I don't think that would be a red team. That feels more like Lime or like around that realm. But it's a decent team. It looks like a team with Fire Breathman and some teammates that he's teamed with before. So sure. Orange team is solid. Yeah, that makes sense. Yellow team is solid. Yeah, it makes sense. Lime team makes sense. I'm just seeing a lot of repeat stuff. Green team would make sense. Green team is almost the Twitch Rivals team that won, except instead of Awesome Dude, they have Impulse, I think. Right? Probably. I could be wrong. Aqua team, or Cyan team rather. Cyan team, solid. That would make sense, yeah. Aqua team is also pretty solid, sure. Blue team, good. I like blue team. Purple team, also good. I like that one. And pink team, also good. So the back half here, or the back three teams at least, are good. Like, I think those are really well made. And the rest are solid. Next up, I see Radoons. I see oh my god, I see a pretty hefty newcomer wave here. Okay, let's see. Red team. Okay, I like the Radoons placement. I think Radoons placement is good. I think it would make the most sense for Red to be with Captain Sparkle's first event, though. Not saying that he is limited to teaming with Jordan, but it would just be a good combo for the first event. I think, just for the players and also for the public, I think that would just make sense. Orange team, yep, adds up. That makes sense. Yellow team, solid. That literally, I think we just saw that team almost. Oh no, we didn't. Never mind. I was tripping. Solid team though. Lime team, yeah, makes sense. Green team, same thing, makes sense. Cyan team, Fruit Curryway duo is a bit risky. I guess it depends on the balancing. This balancing looks to be pretty high, so I guess it could work. But even with, like, Cub and False are not bad bottom two players on your team to have. Like, they're not bad third and fourth at all. They're actually really good. And I think Curry would still do really well for his first event, so that would be a little strong, but I could be wrong. Aqua team, solid. Blue team, sure. I mean, I don't know if that combo would work super well, but sure. Purple team, yeah. I mean, that looks like a team that's happened maybe already before, but I mean, it's not bad at all. And then pink team, I don't expect something like that to happen, but that would be a pretty weak team, I think, because they did pretty bad in Minecraft Mayhem, and SB hasn't played in a while, and there's 3 newcomers, so that would be kind of weak. But it'd be fun. I think the YouTube side of the MCC community would really like that. Anyways, moving on. My MCC 36 predictions. Thoughts? Who do you think would win? Pretty solid start. I, again, don't think this would be red team, like it would be the first team to get announced, but I do like this combo here. Shane and JoJo duo would make a lot of sense. I think Michaela makes a lot of sense. Eloise makes a lot of sense on that team. This is a good team. I wouldn't put it on red, but it's a good team. Orange team, sure. This is a solid combination. Makes sense. Yellow team, sure. solid combination, makes sense. Lime team, sure, solid combination, it makes sense. Green team, interesting. Maybe it's just SB737. I don't see him a lot on, he's not in MCC that much, but I think he's an interesting player for sure. This could work. I think an Ant and Gem duo would be fun to see again. We haven't seen that in a pretty long time. So yeah, but could be interesting. Cyan team, I like a Wally 5-up duo. I think that's interesting. And Sparkles there makes sense. And Velvet there makes sense too. So yeah, sure. Next up, Sapnap H-Bomb duo is pretty good. With Bad and Gumi, this feels like a pretty strong team. Or blue team, sorry. It's solid as well. Solid team. I like it. Purple team, good team. I like this one as well. And then pink team, makes sense. I mean, Punz Curry is a strong duo, but Kara and Eret makes sense to be on this team. I think this is solid. Overall, pretty decent predictions. And almost finally, okay, we're almost there. We're trying to get it under half an hour. Starting off with red. This would be a decent way to start it, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Pretty solid combo. Orange team, yeah. I mean, orange team is just it's a certain vibe and it works. I like it. It's good. Yellow team, solid team. Shane gets another hermit he hasn't teamed with, being false. Sparkle's also on a team with hermits. That doesn't happen that much, so good. Lime team, solid. I mean, this would be a pretty silly, goofy team with Jack Manifold on it, so sure. Yep. And then green team, chilled chaos appearance again. I like it. I think this is a good way to do it as well. I feel like I don't really know too much about chilled chaos. I kind of know what group they are in. I feel like Kara would just make a lot of sense for a chilled chaos combination, but I think putting Kara there makes sense too. You could probably very easily swap like Kara and like Shelby. I think that would. I mean, I don't think either team is bad. I think both teams are good. I think that might make a little bit more sense though. So yeah, cool team regardless. Cyan team, Skizzleman appearance as well, very nice. I think this is a good team. This would be hype. This would be a hype team for sure. Aqua team, solid. I like it. Blue team, also solid, and I like it. Purple team, decent team, pretty solid as well. Pink team, I don't think, actually, okay, with green and pearl there, maybe this would qualify for being a pink team. I think for the first MCC though, this is more like a cyan or a green, or maybe even like an aqua, but this is a good team. Also another set of teams that is pretty decent across the board. And then finally, tossing out some MCC 36 team predictions. Good start. I like this. Very strong team, though. This is a very good team. But solid team. Solid start, for sure. Yeah, this makes sense. I like it. Makes sense. Good. Next up, this makes sense, too. Maybe a little underpowered, but I like it. Okay, I think an Antfrost Shadoon duo is a little risky. But it's a solid team. This would be a fun team. I don't know if Gucky would play in canon events. I haven't seen them on many predictions so far, but maybe. Yeah, this is a solid team. You could have told me that this already happened, and I would believe you. So, but it's a solid team. I like it. Cyan team, also another solid team. Good, actually. I like the combination. This would be good vibes. Yeah, this is like an Among Us, like, yeah. 5-0 Sparkles Car have been doing a lot of Among Us lately. H-Bomb is a natural fourth player, and he's pretty friendly with all three and makes it a full Vault Hunters team. That is true. That makes sense. However, look, hear me out. If you were to make proper MCC 36 team predictions, right, and you want to throw in some newcomers, Radoons slots in so nicely on this team. I'm just saying. Or even Boostfer. It depends on which one would make the most sense. I think Radoons would be a better addition, but H-Bomb also fits very well. Not to say that H-Bomb doesn't fit, because he fits well too. Anyways, moving on. Oh, okay. I like the Laguno placement. I think that's a very interesting pick for a newcomer. I like this combination. I think it's good. Pretty solid all across. Okay. Purple Pandas. This feels slightly underpowered, but I guess it's pretty decent in its all-roundedness. Ant, Crassi, and Michael were hilarious as a trio on MC Wipeout. Oh, okay. I did not know about that. I guess it makes sense then. And then pink team, purpled and Hannah. I don't expect that to happen, but hey, you never know. Pretty solid across the board as well. Okay, we're pretty much under 30 minutes. Let me know which teams were your favorite. I will try to make my own MCC 36 team predictions at some point in the following days and post those. I'll try to craft them to the finest perfection and try to come up with some bangers. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you all later. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Goodbye.